Shalom, shalom, shalom. Zion's elite. It's your brother Hezekiah. We got brother
Shalom,
Uriah.
Shalom, Israel. Brother Uriah Maccabees. Shalom, Israel. All praise to the Most High. Oh,
You
your
on
mic.
mute.
Shalom, shalom, your brother. Y'all, what's up? All praises to the Most High.
Praise to the Most High. First and foremost, we want to give all honor, all glory, and praise and thanks to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. That's our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, the Black Messiah of the nation of Israel, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I want to give a mighty shalom and shout out and double honors to the elders from the house of David. What a
Right,
beautiful
big
Passover we had, right? And all the elders worldwide. I want to give another shalom and shout out to all the brothers out there hitting the highways and byways, pushing His truth, magnifying the Lord to the best of their ability. And I want to give another mighty shalom and shout out to the women and children that's praying, fasting, giving alms, keeping the commandments and the faith of our Black Messiah, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Destroyer of Nations. Y'all know what today is, Sunday Live with the Cold Brews, unedited, uncut, real as it gets, right? Any opening precepts?
Yeah, I got Genesis chapter 49, verse 1 and 2.
Straight to it. Let's get it. Genesis chapter 49, 1 verse 2. You want to read? You want me to read?
I'll read. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather
Right,
yourselves
so,
together.
all right, guys. So,
Gather yourselves together and hear ye, sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father.
right, so we got to, at the end of the days, we got to go back to these scriptures. We got to go back to our heritage, and we got to hearken to this Bible. Because if you read this Bible, our forefathers are in the Bible. And this is the last days. And all brothers, all Israel, I pray that y'all repent.
Big call.
Can I get Luke 12 and verse 31? One of my favorite precepts, man.
This the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 31. But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Right? Reverse next verse.
Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
So notice that it says it's the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. The Most High wants to give us the kingdom. He wants to lift these curses off of us. He wants to put his back on top, but we gotta want it. You know, that's why you jump down to verse 34.
Verse 34. For where your treasure is, there your heart be also.
Right. So if your treasures, if your heart is focused on the kingdom of heaven, you lay your treasures up in heaven. That's it. You can't lose. Right. Next verse.
Verse 35. Let your loins be girded about and your lights burning.
Right. And that's what something, you know, we all could work on, you know, keeping that fire burning within ourselves, you know, making sure we're studying when we get a chance. You know, you got to look at it like when we was in the world, man, we worked hard for a lot of carnal things. Now we got to work hard for spiritual things, you know, and that's myself included, you know, myself included. I yield my mic.
Right. Let me get the book. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. I'm just gonna get the classic. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. I just want to touch on always abounding in the work of the Lord. Always keep yourself busy, because when you're not busy, you're idle. And we know the scripture says idleness teaches much evil, right? So continue to read, continue to study, continue to watch videos and breakdowns, continue to give alms, continue to pray and fast, just continue to always do the work of the Lord. There's always something to do. You could make flyers, you could give out flyers, you could do social media, you could do outreaches, you could evangelize. It's always things to do, right? And it's not going to go in vain. You will get your reward. All praises. I'm just gonna jump into today. We're gonna go over Matthew 10. If we don't get any scoffers or anybody that want to come up and holler at us, but I just want to bring out a couple articles real quick.
Con, you want me to read this?
Yeah, if you could, King, please.
Con. Right? EU nation refuses to compensate for slavery. Portuguese lawmakers have rejected their president's call to pay reparations. Portugal will not pay reparations for atrocities committed during the transatlantic slave trade and colonial era, the government said on Saturday. The statement was in response to remarks made earlier in the week by Portuguese President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, who said his nation should assume full responsibility for the colonial era and find a way to pay compensation. Local media reported the statement as indicating that there were no plans for a process or a program of specific actions to provide restitution.
I think that's what we need on that.
Can I just make a point real quick too?
Yeah, go ahead, King.
And it's not just because it says the transatlantic slave trade, right, and the post-colonial era. But we also have to remember, before all that, you have the Spanish Inquisition that happened in Spain and Portugal. You have to remember that the conquistadors were from Spain and Portugal, right? Before while at the same time, they were given the Southern Kingdom hell over in Europe. The Northern Kingdom was catching the same hell in the Americas. So you have to remember, man, these nations, Esau know he can't pay his back because, I mean, you'd have to put yourself into slavery to pay back what you owe. You would have to. How do you pay back you running in my house, stealing my castle, all my wealth, taking me in the middle of the night, keeping me in a dungeon, torturing me? You know, it's just these gruesome acts. You know, man, can I get a quick script? Just
bring it up.
just man, just Sirach 12, man. Sirach 12. Because if you banking on the white man's dollar to come back to you, you a damn fool, man.
Hopeful wishing. Never trust our enemy.
You know it, man. It says
Sirach 12, verse 10. I got you, Ken.
Con.
Never trust thy enemy.
Right. Read on.
For like as an iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Now I want you to think on this. If you set out a piece of metal, no matter what, it will always rust. So Esau, no matter how you dress him, will always be wicked. Can you read the next verse?
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching.
So though he goes up into the podium and says, man, my country, man, I can't believe we did that. We should pay you guys back, man. He's saying that because his PR team said to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
Yet take good heed and beware of him,
Right.
and, and you shall be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and you
Mhm.
shall know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
So when you swipe off your spiritual eye, you'll see that no matter, oh man, he's wicked. No matter what, he's wicked as hell. Because they're literally in Europe deporting our people, persecuting our people. How are you saying in one breath, man, that stuff we did, that was whack? And then you're doing the acts of your forefathers.
Mhm.
I yield my mic, man. Let me go off.
I got a preset for you, Ken. Let's just get what you mentioned earlier, right? Let's just get the classic, right? This is a Hebrew Israelite classic, man.
Yeah, man.
We can't get enough. How many times you think we read this in our lifetime so far? We've been in the truth.
This is the equivalent of being on the
Probably
layup line.
1,000.
More, I think it's more than that, man. Right?
Somebody
I
bring it
got
up.
you, King. Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity
He
shall
that
go
goes
into
into
captivity.
right, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. It's
Right.
obvious that the so-called Caucasians, the Spaniards, the British, the Dutch, the French, they led our people into captivity. And the Lord said they're gonna go into captivity, right? It's like karma. Read on.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And we know over 70 million Native Americans, over hundreds of millions blacks and West Indians, right, and Spanish people have been tortured, tormented, killed, slaughtered, fed to dogs, set on fire, chopped up, drowned, etc., man.
Those
This
just documented numbers.
right. We
Right.
don't know the half. We don't even know the half. We only know what we see on paper and we see on videos, right? Like this is like we don't
I
know.
got a precept for y'all when y'all ready.
Man.
Calm, bring it
His
up.
is
What
the
is it?
patience and faith of the
Man,
saints.
calm. Well, praises. That's what we waiting for, man. Righteous judgment.
Come.
What you got, Block?
I got Exodus. I'm 21 and 16. And I got Obadiah chapter 8. Thieves that steal by night. Hold on. Let me make sure it's the right precept.
Let's bring this down.
Right? Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be
Mm-hmm.
found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right,
So we
right.
still, and they still got us, and they still want to give reparation up. They still are thieves. They sell the people. They still don't give them. They do rights. You know what I'm saying? And we still found in their hand. We still in America. We still not in our homeland. We still not in Israel. Yes, it's of the Lord to put us back there. But at the same time, they still continue in our affliction. And they don't have no respect for us.
And that, it isn't Obadiah. You want Obadiah 1 and 5.
Okay.
Book of Obadiah,
Yeah,
chapter 1 and
that's it.
verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If grape
See, they
grinders
gonna
came,
keep stealing. They're gonna keep stealing people. Salakia, they're gonna keep stealing. They're gonna keep killing people. They're gonna keep doing sin after sin until the Lord have enough. And He had enough. This is why we out here, and this is why we're doing what we're doing, and we're preaching all over the earth. And they
con,
must be destroyed. Thus said the Lord. Thus said the Holy Bible.
con.
Right.
If grape grinders came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? You know what's powerful about this precept? That's like, you gotta think about it. If someone broke into your house as a thief, man, they would just steal, like, take the jewelry. They're not gonna say, "Oh, that couch is nice, man." Nah, we're gonna get caught. We gotta go. Esau's not like that. Esau will look at the screws in your table and go, "Man, I need some good screws."
I'm gonna take the screws too, right?
take the screws out your table. Empty out your toothpaste.
You know what's crazy? That's why they take your ideas, right? They'll take you to a chamber, right? They'll have you damn 100 days in a damn cave doing who's know what to you.
Right.
Because they madmen. But go ahead, I mean my mic.
Yeah, man. That's CIA torture, because a lot of people don't know, how did Europe get its riches? You got to remember. Hold on, I'm about to grab that book real quick.
Okay.
Bring it out.
Right, because I think I'm gonna find it real quick. This book is the Jews of Spain and Portugal and the Inquisition. The Jews of Spain and Portugal and the Inquisition. Frederick David.
Powerful book, King. Powerful book.
Now, I want you to think about this, right? All right, this is page 57 I'm reading from, okay? Page 57 in the book, right? And it reads, unfortunately, at the time of the expulsion, the plague was raging in the Castile. The fugitives brought with them the disease, propagating it wherever they went, and not unnaturally to their event to be viewed with loathing and horror. This circumstance induced King John to hasten their departure. This is the Jews, us. We're known as the Moors as well, right? To hasten their departure from Portugal, for which purpose ships were duly provided according to the agreement. But such was the temper of the captains and sailors that subjugated the Jews to the hardest possible conditions. And this is a cut for you Israelites talking about, oh, we never know that we didn't go on slavery on ships. How did people get around? How did people transport anything?
Right.
And if you say, oh, well, why aren't wooden ships, the wooden ships still here? Do you have a TV from 1940s in your house? Oh, did you replace it with a modern TV? We got to have more sense in this, Israel, right? Back to it. It says they plundered them of their goods and valuables. They did this on a nationwide scale against us. Where do you think Europe got its money from? We were in control of the money, the finances. The Spanish Inquisition was not just about persecuting us because we were the Jews, right? It was also about we controlled the wealth, the money. So by killing us, they got rid of their debts. They got control of the banking systems. And it was just, hey, we hate these niggas. Point blank period. Right? Reading on. They plundered them of their goods and valuables, even their very clothes, and landed them naked and bare of everything on barren points of the African coast, leaving them to die of starvation or to be sold into slavery to the Moors. Now, these Moors are your Ishmaelites, right? So I want you to think about this, man. This is what, and this is not even half. This is a portion of what they did to us, right? I want to just get one more thing, just showing the torture that we were subjected to. This is page 78. It said, and it reads, it says, it was a frequent practice when prisoners were awaiting further interrogation to send persons into their cells under pretense of affording them consolation, but in reality to entice them into conversation, thus being worn out by means of unguarded expressions. Proofs might lead to their condemnation. So just like we're seeing today, we were getting interrogated then, just like we get interrogated now.
Right.
Far away in the most remote part of the building was the subterranean chamber where torture was administered. This is what the brother was alluding to, taking us to dark caves and torturing us. We were in the dungeons, right? A large bare vault, dimly lit by lamps, whose whole furniture consisted of a crucifix hung on the wall and the grim apparatus of agony under which the victim was to writhe. It was neither profitable nor desirable to dwell on the various modes of torture which the demoniacal ingenuity of one portion of our species has invented in order to inflict suffering and agony on another. Right? And this is just showing some of the torture.
Man, it's like who does? I don't mean to cut you off, but
No,
like
no, you good. You good. I got to
just
open the door for
hearing,
Kobe real quick.
just hearing all this, like just hearing all this is madness. Like, who does that to somebody? Like, who even thinks of taking out people's brains um uh, and torturing them, pouring like boiling hot water on them to?
Oh, we gonna get it. We gonna get what some of the tortures were, right? So look,
Man,
back in page 78. Hey, shalom to the Brews, man. We got mighty Obadiah in the building, and we got the mighty elders of Kwanga Bar in the building, man.
Wow.
We got Benji and we got Judah in the building, man. Right, but back to it.
I'm sorry. Obi is on. He's Gad.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all be saying I'm Gad too, so we got Gad and Benjamin in the building. It's cool, but hold on. Back to this, how they tortured us. It says, in various times and countries, we hear of the rack. Because people might not know what this is. Can you look up the torture wheel or the rack just to show a picture of it? Because what it was a giant wheel. They would put your arms and limbs in, and they would turn the wheel, and it would break your arms and your legs, but it broke it in a way that it didn't kill you. So you would be, it was a form of crucifixion.
Sound like this? Let's get some.
Let me see the picture. The rack.
Yeah, our people love visuals. We need to see it.
Yeah, man. Because see, trust me, when I was reading this book, looking up and seeing what things were, I was like, damn, look at this, man.
Ooh.
Stretch you
Just
out.
imagine dying like that. Sorry, Israel, but damn.
Look at that. And that's not the only form. The picture next to it. Pull that one up too. That's one way they used it. Now let's this is what I was talking about. Right? You see that? That's what I was talking about. That's how that was the more. Those are the two ways they used the rack. See how they got him tied? And you got to remember, they would take it and they would turn the wheel and your limbs would just break, right? Just stretching your ligaments, right? So we hear of the rack and the wheel, right? That's the wheel, excuse me. The rack is, I believe, that's the wheel. Search up the rack. That's the wheel, excuse me. Search up the rack torturing device. You got to remember, these are the same Portuguese people who said, we don't got to pay reparations. We don't got to pay reparations.
Something like this?
Yep, that's the rack. That's the thing where they stretch you. Imagine having your arms and legs tied and they stretch you. You remember those old toys you used to have where you could just stretch them?
Yeah, that's where that.
Just imagine somebody pulling your limbs apart.
Yeah, that's what we got it from.
Understand how that felt?
Yeah, so when you're talking about
snatching your arms apart.
That's what it's called.
That is crazy.
So it's just this
All
the joints and shit. Just yeah.
Jump on, guys. So Brother Bruce can see you, man. But yeah, man, and this is just like the elder was saying. This is the same way where they were, and later on they would tie horses to your different limbs, right, and make it do the same thing. And it was called being drawn and quartered. This is what, and guess what? They did this not just in this time, but in the colonial era too. You know, so this is a common Edomite practice. They did this in Rome, they did this in in Portugal and Spain, and they did it in the Americas. Let's read on. Is right. So we have the wheel of thumb screws, right? The screwing it. Imagine getting nails screwed into your thumbs, each and every fingernail, right? We iron boots, collars. So you know they would put a heavy boot on you, right? Set it on. They and remember you got a metal boot on, so they set it on fire, right? And so your foot is just burning alive, it's melting, right? Iron boots, collars, girdles of inverted nails, metal stools which under a slow fire was kindled. Imagine sitting on a metal chair, and it's pull that picture up. There's a picture of it. I saw it online. Search up the iron chair torture.
All right, bet.
We need.
And then after that, can I get a script? Hebrews, how vows Esau,
God.
because this is vile stuff. This is wicked. It's wicked imaginations in their brain. This is wicked evilness, right? And this is vile. This is it's crazy.
Damn, this is like crazy.
And it's like when they got this, what they call it, Chronaton, or the thing was, you know, when they crucified Christ and they have the thing on the
Yeah.
Look,
Look
you know,
now.
they got the vice.
But hold on. No, but hold on. I want everyone to just look at this and just think on that. They're strapping you because you got to remember, if I light you, if you're sitting on that chair and it's going on fire, it's burning the skin on the back of your neck, the skin on your back, the skin on your bottom of your thighs. Your ass is on fire.
Yeah.
And you know what you want to do? You want to get out the chair.
That's how
Your arms are burning, your hands are burning. And you see how they got nails on the arms? Pay attention. There's nails on the chair. So when you sit, you're already uncomfortable.
Yeah, so what they got in place of that now? Electric chair.
The electric chair.
For you, man.
Yeah. It's not funny. It's not funny, yeah, but it's yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You know, so back to it, man. So look, and then they would light a fire under that. And similar atrocious engines. And as we glaze at these rusty emblems of infernal cruelty in various museums and collections, we shudder to think that men with minds similar to our own could have devised such horrors. So you got to think of that.
Wait, before you bring out that Hebrews, I need Daniel's. How deep is Esau, right? Because they deep. They think real deep about this thing. They think how they about to kill you. They think how they're gonna destroy you. They think how I'm gonna torture this end. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Right, and before you get that, I just want to just read a little more. We're definitely gonna get to your precepts, Joe. Actually, let's get the precepts real quick. Let's get these precepts.
Hebrews 12.
Yeah, how vows Esau,
Yeah, you're right, man. Because you got to think about this. Because that was a job that existed back then. You would be we've seen it in the movies. The dude with the black mask and the hoodie, and he's in that dungeon, and he's just your job is just to torture people.
Yeah.
How is that a job, man? Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Stop. So profane is disgusting, right? How would y'all even come to that state of mind to even do that to a human being? To rip their limbs apart, to choke them to death, watch them die, watch them bleed out. You know what I'm saying? This is vile stuff. This is evil stuff.
Right.
This is not like of a regular man.
Right. This is what does it say in Habakkuk? His soul is not upright in him.
Could bring that out too, please.
Soul is not. Please, let's get into Habakkuk too, man. His soul is not upright in him. Cause man, and you got cause someone to say, oh, but didn't Samuel hew Agag in pieces? He didn't do it to torture him. He wasn't doing it slowly and just grinding each sword slice and right. He did it swiftly. When we executed judgment, you know, if you getting stoned is a relatively quick process. That's why everyone was gathered. You got stoned, or you would get it. Just oh man.
And when you're done, just give me. I just want one more preview. Daniel 7:25.
Con. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up, because he's proud. Who can stop me? Man, I could take you in the middle of the night. Who is stronger than Portugal and Spain at this time? They ruled the earth. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And our people, man, they fall victim to following the ways of Esau. You know, what do you think happens? What do you think gang violence is when you want to jump somebody and beat them up slowly, do a drive-by on them, kidnap and hog-tie them and all this other stuff? You're moving in Esau spirit, man. This is the brother's precept, right? The mighty book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
That's it. That's all I wanted right there. Right? So he's wearing us out right now, right? Spiritually, physically. And we just showed a picture where they're destroying us with all these diseases, all these gadgets, right? And then nowadays they have new gadgets.
Right.
So Esau didn't change. They just switched up the game. That's all they're showing you.
Right.
I'ma still kill the so-called black man, so-called Spanish man, so-called Indian man until the Lord comes back. So that's our only defense. So so-called black man, you can't fight this man. This man thinks way deeper than you. He thinks more evil than you.
Oh,
he wants to kill you.
Can we get a precept? Let's get it, man. Let's get with because remember, what was our fault? Can we get Genesis 25? Let's get to
bring it out.
Let's get the origin of this man. What is his nature? First and foremost, let's see what the nature of Esau was. Give me Genesis 25 and verse 27 first, and then we're gonna get to Genesis 27. What is Esau's nature, right? Genesis 25 and verse 27, it says, and as the boys grew, Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. So you got to think about that. A cunning hunter, meaning it wasn't just like he was nice with the bow. He was setting traps, right? You know, what does Esau do nowadays? They'll take them. You ever seen Rambo? Take the blood, take the mud and cover it over them to remove their scent. They go hard. Yeah. They'll take some animal poop and sniff it, and this is recent, this is fresh. Yeah.
It's a trap.
Camouflage. Let's bring it to modern times. When the police do a highway chase with you, right? What they do? They blow your tires out. They'll throw that trap out. Blow your tires right out. Right?
Come on, man. During tabernacles, man, the brothers, we enjoying our tabernacles, man. And the cops pulled up on us. You know how they pulled up on us? They pulled up in formation, man. One went around one way, and the other came the other way, so there was no escape routes. And we in righteousness, so we ain't scared. But it was just like, you know, what's with the military grade operation?
Wow. I didn't even know that, but wow.
Right? So now let's get Genesis 27. Let's get Genesis 27 and verse 40.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Let's get it.
And then we're gonna read 40 and 41. Because this is Esau's nature, man. This is Esau's nature, man. From the beginning, he was a liar and a murderer. Right? Genesis chapter 27 and verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live. You got to remember, the sword, that's just is slang for what he's going to live by his weaponry. You got to remember that Moab, right, the so-called Chinese, they invented gunpowder. They sold gunpowder to Europe. And when during the time of the Opium Wars, yo, man, they couldn't fight Esau no more because he took the gunpowder and he made rifles, cannons, put the cannon on the ship. Now the ship got 18 cannons. Come on, man. By thy sword shalt thou live, right? And I'm going to jump down, right, to verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
What?
Gotta repeat that. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, this is what he said in his mind. It's right after he got the blessing. And you got to remember, it's not like he didn't get something. But he wasn't satisfied. He said, man, Jacob got. He said that the days of mourning my father are at hand. Then I will slay my brother Jacob.
Can I get a precept?
Come on, man.
It's the book of Second Esdras 11. I'm starting at verse 39. This the GNT, right? It's talking about the fourth beast, right? We know that the fourth beast is Rome, and then it extends to America. And before America, you had the Spaniards, right? British, right? The Germans, the Russians, and, you are the only one left of the four animals that I appointed to govern my world, right? The world is given to the hands of the wicked, and to bring the ages of this world to an end. Second Esdras 6 and 9, right? Esau is the what to say? I'm butchering it. What it say? Second Esdras 6 and 9.
Oh, he's the end of the world.
Right.
Again?
Right. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the one that follow it, right?
Right. The beginning of it that followeth.
Right. Khan. So you are the only one left of the four animals that I appointed to govern my world and to bring the ages of this world to an end. You are the fourth animal and you have conquered all the animals that came before you. As long as you have been in this world, you have rooted through what? Terror, oppression, and deceit. Right? These are the things we going over in the past 30 minutes. With a total disregard for truth.
I need a GNT.
You have viciously attacked harmless people. Wasn't the Native Americans harmless? We were living in peace. We was chilling. You have hated those who spoke the truth, right? You have loved liars. Who is the main liars on this earth today? The so-called Jewish people, right? Revelation 3 and 9. Revelations 2 and 9. You have destroyed the homes of those who were prosperous, right? Black Wall Streets,
right? Your Rosewoods,
right. And have torn down the walls of those who did you no harm. God Most High knows how proud and arrogant you are. The Almighty One has looked back over the world he established. The end has come. The final age is over. And that's what I wanted to get right there.
All praises, man.
Grabbing this beast, right?
Right. I got one more last precept. Because our
Uh,
people sometimes they think that the Lord is not for them because the white man is doing this to us, right? But let me get Psalms 110. I mean, Psalms 10, verse 1 and 2. Because our people always think that the Lord is not here for us. We're in trouble. We're not going to get the kingdom. So that's why brothers like us, brothers like all the camps, they need to really keep pushing the truth no matter what. Because this is our salvation right here. The foolishness of preaching, right? Because people think it's foolishness that we come out on the street and we teach the laws of God. We stand out in the rain, cold, sleep, snow, and we preach His word. But at the same time, people need to know that the Lord is here for them. All right, go ahead, read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10 and verse 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble?
Yeah, so when we're in trouble, we think the Lord not looking at it. But He see it. But that's what repenting coming in at. That's what you looking at yourself like, I have to turn to the Lord. This world is done. It's done. Real talk is done. But
Right.
go ahead, keep reading.
The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor.
Stop. That's all I want. But they're gonna keep persecuting us. So what we preaching is gonna keep happening. But what we have to do is repent and just stand and just hold fast. So Lord come.
Right.
right.
Right. And just one more thing, just in this book, I want to just read the final page, because the Spanish Inquisition, it was started by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, and it reads, and the edict of Ferdinand and Isabella has never been formally repealed. It says, so the edict not being formally repealed. Now, it might have been, right, because there's been some time since this book has come out. But the point being is that they don't really feel bad for it. They really don't. Right. That's all I got on that. I yield.
Let's let's get into
I'm coming. Don't think I'm not coming, okay?
what's a lot. Let's get into the Matthew 10. Y'all ready?
Con.
I'll read. Um,
I got you, King.
oh, you got me?
Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
Or praises. And that's what the Lord has done for us. He gave us His Spirit. He gave us the power of knowledge, right? And the power of these commandments, right? And of His ability to cast out unclean spirits today. The spirits of um drunkenness, adultery, right? Thieves, covetousness, liars, right? Murderers, right? Anger, malice, wrath. These things we could we could we could help cleanse these people by straight preaching the word of God and giving them a purpose, right? Continue.
Now, the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him.
Mm-hmm.
These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, and that's what these Christians still don't understand. That hold on, I need to put this in red letters. Salak, man. Christ said, "Don't go to the Gentiles, the other nations. Go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." He commanded this, right? And Yahushua don't change. I'm gonna get the precept on that.
Ooh, that's one of my favorites. Malachi 3 and 6.
I got something better for you, Malak.
Ooh, bring it out.
I changed not.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 8. Yahushua Mashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever.
Woo!
Right? I'm gonna just read verse 9 because it goes together. And be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines. Everybody could be saved. Christ came for everybody.
I'm washed in the blood of the Lamb. I'm saved.
I'm washing the blood of the Lamb. Pork is a clean food.
13 and 8.
For it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace, not with meats, which have not profited them that have been occupied therein. You see that?
Right, but hold on. I want to focus on that. It said, and not with meat. So it's still stop. That's something our people have such a hard time with. Oh, you know what? Oh, I can't eat pork. You got to think about it. Grandma's ribs are worth more than the kingdom of heaven. It's how you got to think of this. This is how you got to think of sin. Do I want to do this sin, or do I want to get the kingdom of heaven? Every time you do that, one should outweigh the other. And if you're righteous, the kingdom of heaven is going to outweigh it. I yield.
Oh. Right? So, verse 6, but go rather to the lordship of the house of Israel, right? Let's get some supporting precepts on that. Right. Matthew 1, verse 21. Matthew 1, verse 21. Got me, Ken?
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins.
Khan, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, brother Iraq.
I just want
if I'm pronouncing it wrong, Salakia, King, but Shalom.
Shalom, King.
right. Oh, praise Shalom, Shalom. I just want to get Luke 1:68, right? Because he changed not, and he ain't gonna change never. He gonna stay in the same spirit. He gonna stay on the same vibration.
Right.
And they can't stop the Lord. They can't stop the Yahushua. Can't stop Christ. Can't stop the angels. And they ain't gonna change. They ain't gonna change. The Lord commanded them to do something. But let's read this.
The book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people and raised up a horn of salvation for us and the house of his servant David. As he spoke by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
Right,
That we should,
Verse 71 is the key.
That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that, from all that hate us.
Right. So Yahushua is showing I'm still gonna be the same person. I'm gonna still save Israel, and I'm the same from yesterday, same today. And the covenant still stands. Khan?
I just get one more just to hammer the point home. Can we get Malachi 3 and 6, man? It's one of my favorites, man. Malachi 3 and 6. This is right before you get to the New Testament. Disclaimer, right? Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Because you got to think about it. If the Lord changed, we'd be done as a nation. You really got to harp on that. If the Lord changed, if everybody could be saved, we'd be finished.
Yeah.
We would be finished.
Great precepts and great precepts just all go together. You know what I'm saying? This is great. Because the Lord changed not, Christ changed not, and he said he's going to save us. So this is great. This is great things to hear in your ears, man.
Right. And just
let me just get one more precept, because remember it said in Luke 168, this is what preached since the prophets, right? Let's just get one of the prophets, Zechariah chapter 8 verse 13.
Want me to read it for you, King?
Yeah, you can read it.
The book of Zechariah chapter 8 and verse 13. And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and O house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong.
You see that? O house of Judah, house of Israel, I will save you. I don't see nothing about the nations being saved, a remnant, even a remnant of a nation being saved. It said Judah and Israel, because we was a curse, we was hated, we was persecuted, we was spit on, we was despised by the heathens.
Right, calm.
I said on that.
Calm. Just to jump back on that point earlier, with the Inquisition, the same torture our forefathers did, they did the same thing to Yahushua, man.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, man.
That was Zechariah.
Zechariah 8 and 13.
The brother put out a precept, man, showing that.
Woo! Let's read that. Psalm 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. After his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
That's right.
Because if they got, listen, man, you really got to consider. You want the people who enslaved you to get the kingdom?
No.
La. God forbid.
Let's read.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 7. And actually, we're going to read verse 6 one more time. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Can't get enough of that. And as ye go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves. For the workman is worthy of his meat. And whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy. In it is worthy, and thereby abide till ye go then. So hold on, I just want to make a point. Where it says why he says don't carry 2 coats or shoes, because you might have people say, well, why isn't when y'all go to camp y'all don't have food? Because you know what, this is about receiving salvation on a spiritual level, not just carnally. You know, some of our people, we've had people, they come up to us and they don't care about the word. It's just, hey, can you give me some food? Mm-hmm. Forget about being Israel. We had, y'all remember that brother, man? We gave the brother food. We gave him told him to meet us at the library. We could help him get a job.
Yeah,
And then he threw out the food we gave him and went to the pizza shop.
yeah, begging.
I ran down.
You know, he rather live that beggar life than work, than labor, be in pain. That's why it says the workman is worthy of his meat. Meaning, you know, it's not to say that we're not saying that we wouldn't want to help our fellow brothers and sisters, but you have to be cleaned up with the word first. Get strong in the Lord. And it's not to say brothers, you know, like if a brother is, you know, his stomach is touching his back, that we're gonna, you know, well, you gotta build yourself up in the scripture. Now we're gonna help, right? We got discernment, obviously, but this is commanding us to say it's more important for you to get that spiritual food, that spiritual covering than the carnal, right? Are you
Can I get a precept? Because I just talked about this with you, right? But a lot of our people do this. Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 33.
Sirach,
Yeah, Sirach, Salaki.
verse 33.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 33. Be not made a beggar by banqueting upon borrowing. When thou hast nothing in thy purse, for thou shalt lie in wait for thy own life and be talked on.
So if you keep begging, keep looking like you keep asking brothers for stuff, but you're not really putting the work in to get your own money, you're gonna start being talked about. You're gonna start being looked at as, is this brother being really genuine, or is he just begging, or do he really need it? You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, that's like crying wolf. We don't want to cry wolf on Israel because it makes you look bad. But yeah.
Come.
Right? Where was that? Verse 12, right?
Yeah.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 12. And when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake the dust off your feet. Verily, I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. And I want to just make a point. You got to remember, it tells you in 1 Corinthians 3 and 16, we are the temple of God, right? So this is not just saying, yes, the city is going to be destroyed, but it's also talking about the people are going to be destroyed, right? You're going to receive that second death, right? It says, think about it. How was Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed? With fire and brimstone. And it said, you're going to get worse than Sodom and Gomorrah if you don't guard your soul, have a care for your soul, and choose the things of the spirit rather than the things of this world.
Right. I just want to piggyback on verse 11, right? Whoever so enter into a city or a town shall enter, inquire who is worthy, right? So we go a lot of places, we abide on the street, we see who's worthy, we preach the word. A lot of people don't receive it. So that's why this other scripture says, you are going to be destroyed soon. Because we go a lot of places, people think that we're a joke. So that's why the Lord says, salute who you're supposed to salute. Everybody is not to be saluted nowadays, man, because they don't care about the Lord. So we got to treat them as such.
Right.
Right here.
Right. And that's why it says shake the dust off your feet, man. Meaning, you know what, man? that's it. We're done. And just a quick precept. Can I get James 4:4?
Yeah, I got one first. I'll land back on what Brother Yawasai was saying, right? This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads, right? We're going to teach this Bible no matter what they trying to do to us, no matter what kind of doctrine, what kind of scoffing or gainsaying they doing, we're going to bring it out. Verse 9, as an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house, right? Here's the point. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I speak unto thee, receive in thy heart and hear with thy ears, and go get them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them and tell them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, whether they hear or whether they will forbear, right? So it don't, we gonna, whatever they receive it or not, whatever they walk by us a million times, ignore us, they're gonna get this work.
Well, what I always say at camp, brothers, people nowadays they listen with their feet.
Right.
What about
Right. Can we get what you want, Elder?
the one that says, even if they don't, that don't stop you from preaching the word.
Oh, you talking about the one in Romans?
Even if they don't believe.
Elder want the precept in Romans. Is it 2 or 3 where their belief doesn't do anything? I'm butchering.
Romans 3, verse 4.
Is Romans 3 at the water?
Verse 3. You can bring it out.
The book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Right. Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect?
That's right.
God, Yahweh forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
That's what the elder point he was trying to make, man. What if some did not believe? Shall the unbelief make the faith of God without a? Should the people that don't believe, is that going to stop from Yahweh Shai coming back and setting up the kingdom? Is that going to stop Yahweh Shai from taking these crowns of these kingdoms, China, Iran, Russia, America, right? No, it's not going to stop the future, the prophecy that's foretold, man.
Can I get James 4:4?
Oh.
God, that's what people don't realize, man. That's what people don't realize. Mighty precepts, brothers, because when you do that, here's what you become, right? James chapter 4 and verse 4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, right? People not just fornicating with people's husbands, but you fornicate with other gods. Mm-hmm. Go after them, serve these idols, serve, bowing down to a rock, bowing down to yourself, being simps. Know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with God, with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be the friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh. You got to think about that, man. It's something you got to really think and consider. The Most High God made the sun, the earth, the trees, everything you see. That's who you want as your enemy. The creator of the universe. I yield my mic, man. I can't.
Yeah, I remember. I always remember. I remember the other day I think it was at camp. I'm not sure.
Speaking of camp,
Jared said something, and what did that lady say when she was walking by?
Oh, I do what I want.
Oh yeah, that's what she said. She said I do what the hell I want.
Yeah, and there was another one. Like I said, who the heaven is God? Remember?
Oh.
You heard that one, right?
She said who the God?
Pizza shop.
Yeah, she was. Yes, she was.
I think she was in full pink. You kind of light-skinned girl and the set, and she was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and who's the happy? I said, damn.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't want to be beside her. If she gets struck by lightning right there and then.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I don't want to be around you when your judgment happens. You wound up like Jezebel.
Nah.
The dog licking up your blood, man.
Yo, I got a precept.
You got a precept? Oh, brother Obadiah got a precept. What you want?
Get Psalms 82 and 5 in the GNT.
Psalms 82 and 5 in the GNT.
All
right, the brother Obadiah reads in many tongues.
This is the book of Psalms 82, verse 5 GNT. How ignorant you are, how stupid. You are completely corrupt, and justice has disappeared from the world.
Justice has disappeared from this world, man.
They can't hear you from over there.
Oh, shit. Bring it
down. Khan.
I can't yell.
All right, Khan. Right, so this, I'm going to break it down for the brother Obadiah. Right, it says how ignorant, how stupid we are. You are completely corrupt. We have completely turned our face from the Most High, turned our back on His laws, His statutes, His commandments. We've forsaken His wisdom, and guess what happened as a result of that? Justice has disappeared from the world.
Right.
Who is there to teach? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not murder. Not to prostitute thy daughters. You know. Who's here to teach man shall not lie with man?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All manner of wickedness is rampant in the world. And it's because we wanted to partake in wickedness.
Man. That's why I got a precept. Some already turned unto Satan, right? Because some of our people in Israel, they're already Satan. And they ain't always the white man, right? Even though we get on them time after time, but our own people are destroying us. Our own people, they hate the truth, right? You can even, right? And then you get Maccabees 11 and 1 and 11.
Con. This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5 and verse 15. For some are already turned aside after Satan.
Right, so they already on the side of Satan. They're not on Christ's side. They're not on Israelite side. They're not on God's side. They already chose their battle. So we have to look at that. Some of our people are our enemy. So we have to look at it on spiritual levels too. Because they will destroy us.
Right. God, the scripture says God is not in all their thoughts, right? Psalms, different Psalms, something like that. God is not in their thoughts, right? We can break it out, King.
It's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Right, so they'd rather just make a covenant with evil. They'd rather make a covenant with the enemy. They'd rather make a covenant with other nations, not with our people. They don't want to do right. And we have to look at those things. But yeah.
So Quan Gabar, the elder, he wanted Hosea 4 and 6, man. The classic. As it was then, it is now, man. Wicked people during the Greek captivity, the Roman captivity. You had some of our people, they said, man, the hell with these fringes, man. We're going to put a toga on.
Damn, we're going to put a toga on and we're going to go to the gym and, yeah, free ball.
Right. Let's be naked at the gym, man. Go to the temple of Jupiter and meet P. Diddy in the former life. The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
That's good.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Seeing, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, that I will also forget thy children.
That's right. That's right. Get back to Matthew 10.
Come on.
Right. So
Right? The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16. You know, it's crazy, man. My grandmother, she always quoted this verse to me.
you
The
know,
book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. I want to harp on this because a lot of people, we say this is why it's not to say for us to be pushovers, but this is why you have things like why the Black Panther Party didn't work, why Gabriel Prosser's revolution didn't work. Because you know what? We can't fight this. In this captivity, this is not the captivity for us to rise up and fight. Because in this final captivity, man, Yahweh Shah is gonna fight for us. Right? So we need to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Why? We went over it earlier in Spain and Portugal with the Inquisition. We got kidnapped, tortured. We got to be wise in this captivity. We don't have the structure and power that we had in other captivities.
Got a quick precept to back you up, King.
Come.
Exodus.
Salakia, the elder Gabar, man, Zaquan Gabar, he gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah, so because I gotta go take care of that flyer stuff.
Oh, all right, Shalom, Elder. Y'all Bashim Yasha Barakatham.
Most High Christ bless.
Hey, hold on, Elder. This is a mighty elder right here, man. Elder will give you a million push-ups.
That's right.
And then cut you with a precept.
And then cut you with a precept. That's right. That's right.
Word.
All right, back to the scripts.
Big. This
Right.
the book Exodus chapter.
I got you, King. The book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 14. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace.
Word, that's playing upon tables, man. The Lord's gonna fight for us, man, spiritually. But all we gotta do is hold our peace, continue to do what He commanded us to do. Right? He didn't command us to pick up guns, pick up weapons, and attack the damn oppressors. He told us to keep the commandments, keep the faith, do the works, right? Seal up the elect. Go to back to Matthew 10.
God. Right? Matthew 10 and verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils. They will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Again, we saw that in various captivities. We just saw a big example of it with the Spanish Inquisition. A lot of our people, you know what they did, man? They didn't fall when they were being tortured. They withstood it. And you know what you got for that? You got burned at the stake. You got burnt alive. Right? And they wouldn't just burn you, like just throw you on the stake. They would literally pour animal fat and oil on you so you burn hotter. Right? You gotta think about that, man. They say two worst ways to die is drowning and burning. Right? Imagine you feel your teeth burning, your eyeballs boiling, your snot boiling. You know?
Sure.
You know, and that's things we might have to endure in this truth. And you know what? You got to take it on the chin, man. Knowing that this body, that this is not the last time you're gonna live, man. That you're gonna live, be resurrected, and live forever. Right? And just a quick precept on that, get the most famous account, man. Second Maccabees chapter 7.
Oh.
Right? Yep. So let's get 7 and verse 14. 7 and verse 14.
You want to start at verse 14?
Yeah, 7 and actually we could read verse 1 and we're gonna jump to 14.
Come on, Second Maccabees Second Maccabees 7 verse 1. And it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips.
Read verse 2.
Verse 2. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wilt thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
Look at that. 7 mighty brothers, man, and a mother. So guess what? That's the thing. I want our Israelite woman, daughters of Sarah. I want you to get this in your head. That pretty face, the way you swing your hips, your loud mouth is not going to stop Esau, the so-called white man, and the other nations from doing what they will do to you. We also need you to stand by us. We need more Coretta Scott Kings, right? We need strong women, right? The Harriet Tubmans, the Sojourner Truths. Strong women willing to support the brothers in this truth, right? Whether that's making garments, whether that's cooking, whether that's being present for the Sabbath, whether it's, checking up on the sisters, keeping the sisters in order, and you sisters that are married, be that pillar of rest to your husband. Rear up the children and teach them the commandments, right? Can we get jump to verse 14?
Right. We're at a precept after you're done.
Con, can we jump to verse 14? Right? Because let's see what happened. Let's see what the mindset of the fourth brother.
Verse 14.
Right?
So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men.
Wait, it's what?
It is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from God to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
And those are his final words. Kill me, because I'm coming back. You ain't coming back. Those are powerful last words to give the hope, to give the glory up to God. Right? Brother Obadiah, you got a precept?
Yeah. Let me get the book of Sirach 3 and 18.
The book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 18.
Oh.
Come on, bro. Come. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Right? I'm going to break that down. You're about to break it down. Right? So we got to remember, man, the higher we are, man, we got to be more humble. Because guess what? We're going to go through more trials, more tribulations. And the only way we're going to survive those trials is if we're meek, humble. Remember that all of our righteousness is as filthy rags before the Lord. Right? And that favor we're going to find with the Lord, he's going to honor your sacrifice. Your work won't be in vain. Your sacrifice won't be in vain. And that's something we, myself included, all brothers here, we working to build ourselves up to that, because we are in these last days. These signs are waxing more and more. These things are going to happen. And that's why it's important for brothers, you need to not miss feast days, new moons, Sabbaths, because you know what? Building that unity within the brotherhood, within the body, is going to give you that strength and faith to be able to endure during these perilous times.
Right.
Brother's gonna be in Jacob's trouble with no food. Brother gonna laugh, man. He said, "Yo, man, yo, remember when you burned the lamb?"
Right.
You say, you say something, Joe?
No, I said when y'all done, I got a precept. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I tell you, man. It's the last thing I'm gonna say, man. In those days, man, you gonna wish you had that bitter herb that Elder Osh told us to eat, right? I use my mic.
Nah, for real. We're gonna have to eat all that in the world today.
Come.
But give me Philippians. I get straight to the point. Philippians 1:20
Con.
and 21.
That's a lot. I bring it up. Bring it up.
Right? The book of Philippians, chapter 1 and verse 20. According to my earnest expectation and my hope that
Right? So to the Lord's expectation, He expecting us to get this done. He expecting us to keep these commandments, right? He hope for it. We hope for this thing too, right? Come on.
that in nothing I shall be ashamed,
Right.
but that with all boldness, as always, so now also Yahweh shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death.
Right. So piggyback what you're saying. If we gotta die for this thing, we gotta do this until the end. Right? Read verse 21.
Verse 21, for me to live with Christ is to die, and to die is gain.
Right. So that's the whole goal. Just like Christ laid down his life, we gotta do the same thing.
Right.
And we gotta be true about it. Right? Be a soldier, real soldier for this thing. Might be hard, might be a lot of battles, obstacles. But what is a warrior? Right? If you don't go through obstacles.
That's right. Talk about it.
God.
Oh, I got a precept. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 5.
Con.
Right over what he just said.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 5. Having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself.
We all trying to fight to be worthy, right?
Come on.
We ain't trying to be that 1/3, man. Lord willing, we make it, you know?
Right, verse 6.
I mean, not the 2/3, Salakia.
Right, verse 6. Yeah, right. We want to be that 1/3. Right. Verse 6.
Con, we want to be that 144.
Con, we want to be his. That should be your goal, man. Yeah, we're not all gonna be the 144K, but you should aim for the highest possible. Right. Man, don't be a bare minimum Israelite. Right? You want to rule over 10 cities. You don't want just one portion, one morsel of land. Right? Verse 6. As gold in the furnace have he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. So the same way that we killed the offering and had to be offered up and had to be slaughtered, we're going to be slaughtered.
Come. Back to Matthew 10.
Come. Right? Was that verse 19, right?
Yeah, come.
Verse 19. Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in the same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. So we're going to have people in your own household betray you, your own loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
That's heavy right there. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Right?
Right, hold up. Can I get a quick precept?
Can't bring it out. But we
Romans 8 and verse 36.
Romans 8:36, man. Is the Christian church hated of all men?
Right. What happens when Jehovah's Witnesses knock on doors? Do they get beat up?
You know what's crazy that y'all even saying this statement? Elder told me today, right, that people go to church, they watch the pastor, he pulls out money, he
Right.
flashes the money, and then he says, oh, I need tithing, I need this stuff, and people just partying and stuff, and then we ask them when they come out of church, what did you learn today? They can't tell us nothing.
Yeah, that happened to us in Baltimore.
Right.
We was asking people, and they said they didn't learn a damn thing.
We put that to the test.
This is madness. This is really a sick society, like sick.
Wait, hold on. Shalom, King. Shalom. Thanks for watching, man. Enduring, man. Keep the faith.
Shalom. Can y'all buy some y'all should mark the top?
Shalom, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn the building. He asked a question. When we gonna be out there again?
We were just out there.
Right. Lord's will, man. Soon, man. When the Lord wills it, man, we can't give you an answer, man. You know, we ain't gonna give our movements yet, but you know, coming to a city near you soon.
That's when we speak to the elders.
Right.
Yeah, well, Lord willing, we be back at the house today real soon. You know, we always got to pay a visit at least once every 2 months, 3 months, whatnot.
Right.
We got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
You know, look, he said, "Seeing y'all present, of course."
You got to, man. You gotta let Esau know, man. Every now and then he get comfortable, man. You gotta let him know. Well, what it's saying, Obadiah, let him know that rumor. The Lord hates you. Right, but Romans 8 and 36, right, pertaining to the verse that we're gonna be hated of all nations for Yahweh Shai's namesake, right? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. So this is what's gonna happen, man. It tells you in Daniel 1. I said Daniel 1, Daniel 12 and 1, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna come a time like no other. A time like no other. We get back to the script. Back to Matthew 10. Anyone? Do anybody else got a precept?
Yeah, we get Mark 13 verse 12 in the NLT. You just said it's gonna be a time like no other, right?
Yeah, man.
You said it's gonna be a time like no other, right?
Mark 13
and 12.
And the NLT. The man of many tongues.
I like this translation. You said it's gonna be a time like no other, and this time is already we seeing these kind of things, but
right. The book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 12, in the NLT. A brother will betray his brother to death. A father will betray his own children, and children will rebel against their parents and cause them to be killed. And everyone will hate you because you are my followers.
The words of Christ.
But the one who endures to the end will be saved.
Man, we gotta endure, man. Like we complain about a lot of things, man. We complain about money problems, house problems, car problems, potholes in the street. There's things we can't change, and no matter what, it doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do. These things will always continue to happen, man. It's been happening. There's nothing new under the sun. We got to endure to the end, man. Anything you think, oh, well, you know what? I did enough this week. I did enough this month. I did enough this year. I did enough the last 10 years. You still got to endure to the end, man. And a lot of people, you know, They think they're holier than thou. Like they think, because they done righteous acts and that's over. It's not over until you're done, bro.
Right?
You know what I mean?
The Lord takes you.
Exactly, man. So you gotta endure to the end, man, no matter what, for his sake. You know what I mean? We just read, he chastised you a little, but you're gonna find favor. He's gonna find favor in you. Like, you have to endure, man. If you just give up all the time, it's like, what good are you?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a quick preset for you. All right. Just laying back and laying back and we're gonna be hated of all men. That being said, we're gonna be hated by even by our own friends. This second Edges, chapter 6, verse 24. Right?
It's not on the screen.
Right there.
At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. That's plain. I gotta break that down.
Calm.
Back at it.
Back at it. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 23. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. So we're not going to be able to reach everybody, man. It says Israel is as the sand of the sea. We're not going to be able to get everybody. That's why the scriptures say he will have mercy on who he will have mercy on, and whom he hardeneth, he hardeneth. That's Romans 9. Right? So we're not going to be able that. I want you to, this is just the thing. No camp can cover all grounds and get everybody. That's why the Lord has so many camps popping up everywhere teaching commandments, because you know what? That person in the cut, he might, in that country, they might not be no internet access, or maybe they only have internet access.
They know what preached for 100 years. Right, so that's why we gotta do the same thing. He's gonna reach who he want to reach, and you bring out a great point. But
and that's why it says and it says we're gonna be persecuted and fleeing city to city. So if we know we're in these last days, man, don't be covetousness and filling your house up with stuff, because you're gonna be like Lot, man, Lot's wife. You're gonna turn back, get caught up.
Love not the world.
And all the things in it. And what it tell you in the scripts, man? Use the world, but don't abuse it. Yeah, it's nice to have a good couch. I got my apartment, but it's not a thing of, we on Jacob's Trouble happened, and all right, brothers, you grab one end of the couch and I'll grab the other.
That PS5 begin, brothers.
Ooh, brothers gonna be packing the PS5 instead of food. Brother, we could trade this for food.
I mean, if they find somebody for that, but I doubt it. Man.
We could barter.
They're gonna be stuck in the airport or Port Authority trying to play the damn PlayStation.
Right.
Oh man. Matthew chapter 10.
remember, they got
you got something
games now. They got virtual games.
Right. Book of Matthew chapter 10 and verse 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. So there's order in the kingdom. There's no equality with the Lord. He deals with order. The Lord deals with order. The man's not equal to the woman. The children aren't equal to the father. So there's rank and structure, right? It says, if they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, right, meaning Lord of the Flies, how much more shall they call them of his household? So they was calling, if they called Christ the devil, how was Shai was calling him the devil, all the miracles he was doing, man, you wicked as hell, man. He's healing a man, and they said you're wicked as hell.
Right, and it says the main point right here is it says that we not above Christ, right? Right. It says um it is not for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord, right? If they call Christ Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies, the devil, we gonna be called the devil, right? I don't know if y'all remember, but I think it was me. I think Joe was there. I think Zay was there, and Obi. Maybe I think maybe Obi was there. The damn Edomite woman called me a black devil.
Oh, with her crackhead boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that distinctly. And then she tried to be our friend.
See that?
Never trust that enemy.
Right.
Never that enemy.
Right. Yeah, that's straight madness.
Serpent. Right.
I know her breast. Let me stay in spirit. They stay in the spirit. Matthew 10 and verse 26. You about to get me started. Right? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. So that's why in these last days, we finding out a lot of truth. Historically, archaeology, right? Things you got to think, because someone to read that precept and say, see, that's why we finding out about P. Diddy and Meek Mills. No, think deeper. Right? This truth is being revealed that we are the Israelites. That division that exists between the black people, so-called blacks and so-called Hispanics, that is being revealed. It's not being hid anymore. It's being revealed that we are the children of the captivity. Brothers who say, "Oh, there are no slave ships." Well, damn. So it so happens that on Netflix there's a show where they find old slave ships.
Oh, praises! I gotta check that out.
Come on, man. Everything is being revealed and hid. All the acts of this so-called evil white man is being revealed. They're finding cities under lakes. For those who don't know, look up Seneca Village, right? That was where Judah, well, not just Judah, but Israel, after our captivity, we lived in Central Park, and they took us out of the community. Why do you think we wound up going to Harlem? Because it's right next to Central Park, where we lived, right? And it was called Seneca Village, right?
Can't forget about what Putin has showed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big P Russia.
You can't forget about all these books that's coming out.
P Russia. You got a precept, King?
Yeah. Let me get 2nd Esdras 16. Verse 73. You can start at.
I got just 16, verse 73.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. They shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear ye, O my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand.
What are we talking about? All these days of trouble is revealing itself. Is like I said, it's been going on, but what's going to happen?
But I will deliver you from the same.
Right, why?
Be ye not afraid nor doubt, for Yahweh is your God.
Yahweh is our God, man. You know what I mean? He's going to reveal everything, man. He's going to show you, man. As long as you, hold up, read that. I wanted to stop there, but read that.
And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh, let not your sins weigh you down, let not your iniquities lift themselves.
Right. So if you keeping these commandments, these precepts, you studying it daily, you gathering with your people, you gathering with your brother. You know what I mean? You got to keep, like, I feel like we stressing it right now. You got to endure, man. No matter how things might be perceived, tomorrow don't look good. You got to endure, man. Cast all your troubles on the Lord, man. He's going to make that way. He's going to be your God through this, man. That's your only God through it. That's the only God.
Yeah.
Back to my son.
Come.
All right. We have verse 27.
Verse 27.
Okay.
Matthew chapter 10 and verse 27. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetop. So these dark parables, right? We make them plain on the street, right? People didn't understand the breakdowns of Ezekiel 37. Paul's letters, we making Paul's letters plain. All praises to the Most High. And we preaching it on the youth, and we preaching it upon the housetops. We on the corners, right? We traveling, doing our best to travel to different cities, right? And we got Israelite camps. They're going global in different states, doing almighty works, all to what? Bring out this Bible and get you to repent, right? Verse 28. And fear them not which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right? That's a heavy point. They could do everything they want, man, but they can't kill you. They can't destroy your soul. Right? Verse 29. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. So the Most High God, if he feeds the sparrows and protects them, what about us? Can you count how much hair you got on your head? You're not going to go until it's time for you to go, until you complete your soul's mission on this earth. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. So and this is twofold. This is in the most extreme circumstances and in the most minor circumstances. You scared to tell your family you were Israelite because you want to still be invited to the cookout. You scared to tell your job I need Friday and Saturday off because you don't want to mess up your money. You know, we got a good schedule at the job, man. They really, Esau really needs me. You know, and in the most extreme circumstances, man, you're gonna betray your brother, right? That seat is gonna get hot, man. It's gonna get hot in this truth. Are you gonna be that brother when they run down on us? I never believed in that Israelite stuff, and you rip your fringes off the bottom of your shirt, and and that brother lives in this location, that location. Here's my Bible, so you can understand everything the brothers are bringing out. Are you going to stand steadfast? Yeah, man. Bring it up.
I got a precept for you.
Come on, bring it up.
I got you.
This is the book of Second Esdras. You got This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 2 and verse 47. So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood still so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
See that? Do that. We standing for the wisdom. We gonna teach these laws. We gonna enforce these laws no matter what they're gonna do to us, man. And we gonna stand on it. We're not gonna fall back or backslide. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Got precept over?
Yeah. How about for the other people? We're gonna stay in Second Esdras, go to 8 and 56.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I like that. Right? This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 56.
Read Well, I think
I want to
59.
go down.
Yeah, all right, kind of, yeah. All right.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 56. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous,
What we seeing now, and we're gonna see it even more later. God.
and said in their heart, there is no God, and that knowing they must die.
Hmm.
For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught.
Hmm.
So you
Keep
gotta,
going.
right? But they which be created have defiled themselves, have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them.
That
And
life is that kingdom. That life is that kingdom, that everlasting, eternal life.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And therefore is my judgment now at hand. So you can go, you listen, man. You gotta think about it realistically. Do I want the lake of fire or do I want the kingdom? You want your spirit, you want your spiritual body, or you want to be what a marshmallow?
Mm-hmm.
It's madness, man.
Back to Matthew 10,
Back to Matthew 10,
verse 34.
34. Think not that I am come, book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34, Salakia. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Remember, it said earlier, son or brother against brother. Son is going to betray the parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to stop celebrating mothers. I love my mama.
Mm-hmm.
I love my mama.
That's in
It,
2 weeks.
right? It's your mom's birthday.
Right.
You're going to celebrate that idolatry. Your mom say, oh, just come on, man. You worried about your father, man. Your father say, oh, you 21, man. Time to go to the strip club.
Right.
Oh,
So, Salakia, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, speak, King.
No,
bring
I'm
it out.
just saying, out of precept we already, good is set against evil, right?
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes, right? Because we have to, at the same time, like I said again, even if it is our people, family, friend, foe, wife, husband, sometimes they turn after Satan again, right? They turn to the other side, and they predestined to give us this battle that we gotta fight.
That's right. They want you to celebrate their birthday with you.
Right? They want you to come to Christmas.
Hold
Time,
on. Before you get that.
time after
Before you
time.
get that. Sirach 37 and 27. Just to go what the brother was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, before you get that.
It's madness, man. Your family be the first ones to try to get you to sin, man.
That's madness, man.
You don't want to come to the 4th of July cookout?
Oh, no.
No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah, Sirach 37, verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had this for you right
Yeah, bring that up too.
Right? The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death.
Mm-hmm.
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
So it's a battle every day, right? But go ahead, we'll break it
Oh,
down.
what you want, Rock? What?
37,
Yeah.
27.
You know, brothers is like, yo, come get high with us, man. Come get high. We about to pull up to the strip club, man. What's good? You used to mob with us. What happened?
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
What's you want
They said,
3727?
yeah.
Yeah.
They said we miss you at the mosque, man. What happened?
Oh, not. Oh, wow. Oh, your coworkers is. Oh, we missed you at the Christmas party.
Oh man.
You know.
Listen, man. You know, I remember when I first got to my job, man. They talking about, man. Oh, you going? It's Christmas coming soon. You want to do Secret Santa? I don't celebrate Christmas. You would have thought they looked at me like I said something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spoke against good old Saint Nick.
Right. I spoke. Right. I spoke against Santa Claus.
read,
Because
read 28 and 20, 27 and 28.
27, 28.
the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 27. My son, prove thy soul and thy life, ooh, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it.
Right. So the brother he don't want to give unto evil idolatry mindsets no more. Right? Even us. We can't keep falling into people's traps or
Come,
people's. We gotta see what was really good for us, for our soul.
right,
It might be hurtful, right? It might be harmful, but at the same time, this is our salvation, and we love you, we want to save you. But if you're not on the same page, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Yes,
No,
sir.
that's it right there. You know, brothers have that discernment, man. The
Read verse 28 though. This the point right here.
right. Sirach chapter 37, verse 28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything.
Right. So I don't want to do your damn birthday, man. I don't, I don't give a Frank flying Frank.
Right.
Right. And more than that, it go just to speak on it real quick. That's also going into health too, man. You know, yeah, you know, certain meats and foods, you know, they're not sinful, right? They're not unlawful, but brother, you don't care. You know, if you 300 pounds, brother,
Mm.
you know, you can't say, oh man, yeah, I'm from the tribe of Judah. I'm a roaring lion, brother. You burped,
Right. Nah, but the scriptures are double fold, King. So, you
right?
know what I'm saying? Sometimes it means something and it means something else sometimes.
No, definitely. You know, this is talking about scriptures be threefold, man. You know, this talking about
Kind.
sin. You know, it's just you gotta have that discernment. Know what sin is, and don't let sin enter into you. And the things that not all things are profitable for all men. You know, some brothers, man, you might say, you know, I shouldn't be drinking at the feast day because I get wild. That you know
Right.
that's something on your spirit.
Right.
You know, I'm not the brother to do it. You got to know your own self.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just bring out this quick point. This
Mm.
Micah 7 and 5 NLT. Don't trust anyone, not your best friend or even your wife. Why? Because Satan can hop on them. Boom. Just like Satan hopped on Judas Iscariot. We just read it at the beginning of the chapter.
Right.
Right? Nobody's saved from Satan, man.
Mm.
Right? We gotta remember that. Right? We just had an incident yesterday with a brother, right? Satan hopped on his ass.
Mm.
But you know, Lord willing, you know, he come back to his senses.
Come.
All right. Let's get back to it. What verse we have? 38.
Oh no, we didn't finish 37.
Come.
Right? Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 37. And he that loveth, I'm gonna start from the top. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
Mhm.
You gotta be able to bear that. Daddy, why we gotta fast on the Day of Atonement? I'm so hungry.
Mhm.
Daddy, why do the other kids get birthdays and I don't? Why we don't celebrate Christmas?
All right.
Are you gonna be able to look your children and say we gotta keep the laws of God? Or are you gonna fold? Right? And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So think of that, man. You're gonna be that brother. You betray your brother, so you get a few more years of life. Then when you get, then your judgment is you die forever. And that brother who you betrayed, who gets sent up and tortured, he gets delivered and gets to walk into the kingdom with true brothers. Right? The book of John, chapter 15 and verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
That's it right there. That's plain upon tables, man. You gotta be willing to lay down your life for your friend, man.
Con.
Let's get back to it.
Right? He that receiveth you, receiveth me. And he that receiveth me, that sent me, he that receiveth me, receiveth him that sent me. So you get this, you get the Father and Christ. Right? He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. So I want my reward, man. You know, there's different rewards for different things, man. You know, there's a reward, a prophet's reward, a righteous man's reward. So you got to think it's going to be different levels of rulership in the kingdom. You know, yeah, we all going to win, but everyone's going to get different words, right? When the NBA team wins, you got the most valuable player, right? Right? So labor in this truth, man. Labor. Verse 42, final verse. And whosoever shall give drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. So don't think, if you're in the body, man, you might say, damn, you know, I can't bring it out like that, brother. But you know what? You help that brother. You know, brother needed to get driven. You know, you can't bring it out, but you hold posts. You drive the car. You help unpack and unpack and set up. You read real mighty. You're doing your work. So your labor is not in vain.
Let's get the classic on that to back you up.
Right? The book of Revelations, chapter 22 and verse 12. Put that in the red letter.
Oh, yeah. How I forget about that, right? It should stay on red letter. I don't know why, but
it always takes it off.
You can't even trust the internet, man. Satan's
the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 12. Behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be.
Right.
I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Right? Let's read 14. Right? I'm about to close out soon. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city.
Right.
That's the reward right there, man. Adorn everything that's coming upon us, man. It's so much things we gotta get. What the scripture saying, 2 Ezra 7, we gotta go through that narrow gate, that narrow path, right?
Straight narrow gate.
You got the water, you got the fire, man. Trials and tribulations, man. Family problems, health problems, job problems, life problems, right? Camp problems, right? It's gonna be congregation problems. It's gonna be all types of situations we gotta get through, right? Well, praise because you think the prophets had it easy? Man, Isaiah got sawed in half, Jeremiah got thrown in jail, Ezekiel lost his wife. I could keep going on, right?
Right. I
David,
got two
y'all
precepts.
know, I know about David, man, lost his son, kids was wicked, daughter got raped. Man, if you think they had it bad, we gonna have it bad too. Right? What you got, Ken?
I got two precepts that our brothers and our people need to hear this, right?
Come.
It's Matthew's 26:41 and Luke 22:31.
All right.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
So we gotta keep in mind of that we all could get fallen to Satan's hands at any time,
Right.
right? But that's why this next verse, just read Luke 22:31.
It's in the NLT. You mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 31, and the NLT. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift each of you like wheat. But
So he wants to destroy us. He wants to knock us off our pedestal. He wants us to not keep the commandments. But go ahead, curator.
But I have pleaded in prayer for you, Simon,
Right.
that your faith should not fail. So when you have repented and turned to me again, strengthen your brothers.
And that's why we're here.
Great precept.
You know what I'm saying?
Right? And just I get a quick precept.
All right.
Right? It's how we strengthen. It's one of the ways we do it, man. Can I get Malachi 3 and verse 16?
Mm-hmm. It's the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 16. Then they that feared Yahweh spake often one to another, and Yahweh.
So hold on, man. It says they that feared the Lord spake often one to another. So brothers shouldn't only hit each other up for camp and the Sabbath. We brothers, man. We are family. You should know what's going on with brothers. Be able to bear one another's burdens, right? Read on.
And Yahweh hearkened and heard it.
So look at that. He's going to remember. He's going to see you caring for your brother, you checking up on your brother. He's going to hear it. Meaning the angel that's over, your guardian angel, he's going to report back to the father, man. Yo, when the brother so-and-so was weak, man, your brother, brother Yahweh was there to lift him up. Brother Hezekiah was there to lift him up. Brother Obadiah was there to lift him up. Right? Read on.
Reading on. And heard it, and a book of remembrance is written before him for them that fear Yahweh and that thought upon his name.
So guess what? And when the books are open, it's gonna be shown what your works are. When brother so and so was falling, brother Yahweh was there to pick him up. Brother Obadiah was there to pick him up. Brother Hezekiah was there to lift him up. And that's charity. That's love. That's right. And in some instances, it's laying down your life for your brother, man. Because you know what, man, you might sacrifice something precious time with family for that brother because you know he needs you more than your family needs you. You might sacrifice a day of work, And it's not to say that the brother is trying to do that, but you understand that this brother honestly and earnestly needs you. And the Lord is calling you and testing you to see, are you going to put your personal matters over his flock?
That's it. Let me get this last precept unless somebody got something.
Can't bring it out.
This the book. Hold on, let me share it. This the book of Titus, chapter 3, verse 8. This is a faithful saying, and these things I will that you affirm constantly, that they might have believed in God, might be careful to maintain good works.
Mm.
These things are good and profitable unto men. And that's what we encourage you, brothers and sisters, to do, to maintain good works, right? Don't fall back. Don't give up, right? Continue in the faith. Stay strong, right? Do anybody else got anything to say?
Comment, man. Just don't don't wait till the next Passover to unleaven yourself. Stay unleavened. Stay unleavened, man. As hard as it might be, man. You know, and we all got things we're struggling with, and that's what brothers are for. That's what prayer is for. That's what fasting is for.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I guess I don't got no announcements. With that, I want to say Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom.
Shalom.